One day, you might see me in a whole new way. One day, but still I see that I'm the same OJ. One day, you might.
Female manipulation is present because men are vulnerable to their needs for women, all right? And our needs are we need to protect, secure, provide, and get our salamis wet. Women know this, and as a result, they're able to manipulate you into believing that they can give you something and give you something that you would want from them. Maybe it is comfort.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to see that clip from Coach Greg Adams because he is right again. Of course, female manipulation is alive and fucking well. Alive and well. But you have to be able to recognize it, and you cannot be out here lacking control. You cannot be out here in love. You cannot be out here thirsty for pussy. You cannot be out here thirsty for companionship. Because when you thirsty for these things, guess what? You're going to be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, they see that weakness, so guess what? They going to use that. They going to use that. They going to manipulate you to get what they want because they going to make you think that they have what you want. And if you out here letting it be known that you thirsty for pussy, then guess what? She going to use that pussy. She going to use that. She going to use that against you in the court of law. You know what I mean? And that means that she gonna use that as bait, and being the simp or the beta male that you are, you know what I'm saying? That some people are, they gonna take it every time, you know? Meanwhile, they not even focused on what they giving up. You know what I'm saying? They not focused on the money that they giving to them. They not focused on letting them have their way every time they want it. They just gonna be focused on the main objective, and that is getting a salami wet, just like he said. See, and that's why it's important for us to stay in our masculine. That's why it's important for us to have control. That's why it's important for us to work on ourselves, because when you see yourself as the prize and you know that you're the prize, then guess what? You cannot be manipulated. You will not allow it. The females can't get nothing past you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to spot that manipulation right off top. And then even when it's spotted, listen, she going to know to stop playing with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to work. Next, try something else. You know what I mean? And I told y'all a few weeks back, maybe last month, that this forces women out of their comfort zone. Because so many women used to just using their pussies to get what they want. They've been doing it all their life. Female manipulation isn't nothing new. Females been manipulating men all their life. I've been manipulated, bro. We all have. We men that wanted some pussy. It is what it is. You don't get, you know what I mean? I can't get mad at y'all for being manipulated in y'all life, but the thing is like, okay, when you open your eyes and you realize what's being done, now what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Because if you allowing yourself to be manipulated, that's a whole different story. I don't want to hear you whining about it. Don't come to me, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear about it. You opened yourself up for that, and that's what you got these days. You got a lot of men opening themselves up for that because they so thirsty for pussy. They not valuing their life force. They not valuing themselves. They not looking at themselves as the prize. So guess what? They gonna carry themselves in a low vibrational state. They gonna carry themselves and be as vulnerable, because they are vulnerable. They open themselves up to be vulnerable. When you weak, you vulnerable. That's what weakness is. What did motherfuckers think weakness was? Weakness is vulnerable. You vulnerable in that spot that you weak in. So it's important for us as men to gain strength in all of our weak areas, our weak points. You know what I mean? It's not talked about enough. We have to gain strength in every weak point of our life, bro. We have them. You know what I mean? It's the dumb motherfuckers that sit there and want to keep a facade up as if they don't have weaknesses, bro. We all have weaknesses, and that's okay. It's okay as long as you recognize and start working on those things. Get strong in those areas. You know what I'm saying? Change your mindset, the way you think it, man, because that's where it come from, man. A lot of us is just something in our mind. And it's something that we've made a habit of and got used to. So now we have to change that shit. You know what I mean? We have to change our way of thinking, man, because otherwise you just gonna continue getting used and abused. You know, you're gonna continue to be weak. You're gonna continue to be vulnerable to these hoes, and they're gonna take advantage of you every time. And it's not even always just for pussy. It could be for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, comfort. You know what I mean? The need to do this, the need to do that. Like, bruh, like, listen, dog, you just have to gain strength in those areas, and you gotta wipe out some of that shit that you was taught. Because we was all taught some things. We all developed habits. We all have these things that we need to unlearn. And that's what it's about, man. When you growing, the part about growing, because that's why we on this journey, right? We all about growth. We all about elevation. We all about leveling up. The only way you can do that is if you start to unlearn some of the bullshit that you was taught. Even some of the things that you've picked up, that you've taught yourself. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't worked for you, if it ain't done nothing good for you thus far, you gotta unlearn that shit, bruh. You gotta unlearn some of that bullshit that you was taught, bruh, because that's the only way that you gonna grow, man. And a lot of people don't want to unlearn some of the shit that they was taught because they stuck in their ways. And if you ever trying to elevate or grow in any areas of your life, bro, you can't be stuck in your ways. That's why it's so good to be on this journey and be as ambitious as we are now. Because in order to be ambitious, you have to be open. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to try things different. You have to be willing to switch things up in order to accomplish your goals and your dreams. That's ambition, and you actually gotta literally be ready to put in the work and get out there and go get it. That's ambition. Not being stuck in your ways. Nah, I ain't changing nothing. Nah. Okay, well then you're not ambitious and you're not gonna have nothing. You won't accomplish anything. Because you're not willing to learn. You're not willing to change. You're not willing to accept your past and move on. That's the problem these days. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta erase that shit. We gotta be willing, like, you know what, man? Okay, I went about this the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Hit the reset button and then change some shit up so you can grow, bro. What's so hard about that? Why is that so hard for us, man? Because we some listen, bro, we some hard-headed ass niggas. This is tough. I'm a man too, so I understand, man. I was stuck in my ways like a motherfucker, and that shit didn't do nothing for me. Thinking you know it all doesn't do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta understand moving forward. You don't know it all. You don't know shit. Because if you did, you wouldn't be in this area in your life that you in, that you trying to get out of, bro. So it's okay to be like, yo, you know what, man? I went about this shit the wrong way. I need to change the way I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to level up right now. Listen, what I was doing, it wasn't working. You know what? I'm willing to change some things up. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's really just like as simple as that. You know what I mean? And then you clear off that table that had all that shit on it. You know what I'm saying? You clean off that table, and then you allowing new dishes to be put on there. You allowing new food to get on there. You allowing new lessons to be put on there. You know what I'm saying? You allowing fresh water on that shit. But you ain't gonna get no fresh water, no fresh food, no good cooked meal, none of that shit. If you want to keep that same ideology that you had that's gotten you nothing, nowhere. Nothing, nowhere. You know what I mean? The last time you had it on and popping, that was a while ago. The only thing that been left on your table now was dirty dishes that ain't been cleaned yet. No fresh food. So it's like, yo, man, we gotta change shit up as men, bro. We cannot allow ourselves to be manipulated like you see most men getting manipulated like that, bro. Getting strung along, man. And real quick though, man, it's crazy, man. At the gym, right? Before I go, it's this chick, right? And don't leave her, no, you snitching. Nah, I ain't snitching, man. Listen, these are individuals at the gym. But anyways, it's this thought there, this chick, right? And she used to be with this other cat that had another family. So she was the side piece, right? She was the side piece. I still see the homie too. He cool as hell. You know what I mean? But she got this new dude, right? She got this new dude. You could tell that he is simp, right? You could tell he's soft. I seen them get out of the car. She got out of his car. They got out of his truck. And she sped off on him. You know what I mean? She wouldn't even wait for him to get his book bag out of the truck. She didn't wait for him to lock his doors. She jumped out of his car and sped into the gym. Sped into the gym, didn't even walk in, you know what I mean? Like you would normally walk in with your chick when y'all get to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Not saying y'all necessarily gotta be hand in hand and all, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? You know what I mean? She didn't even do that, bruh. She ran off. And then they interaction in the gym, right? They don't say nothing to each other at all. She don't even acknowledge him. You know what I'm saying? Because old boy still go there too. You know what I mean? But she with this cat, the beta don't have no clue that, you know what I'm saying? She probably still fucking on homeboy, but she just got him just to keep her company, just to have a little punching bag around or whatnot. But it's sad to see that when you see cats like that being manipulated, because the chick is bad. The chick is bad, and she got a little puppy dog. Man, listen, I don't want that to be y'all. I don't want that to be y'all. Because he just don't know. He's so infatuated with her. He's so vulnerable. He's so weak that he doesn't even see that he just a puppet in her game. Meanwhile, she's still giving homie who got the family, she giving the masculine one who got the family, got his own business. She's still giving him the ass. She really want him, but she can't have him. She realized that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she probably even got the beta to make him jealous. You know what I'm saying? She probably got the beta to make him jealous, even though it ain't working. Listen, the other guy, the masculine, he don't give a fuck. He got his own family that he refused to leave you for. You know what I'm saying? So your little beta puppy dog over there don't matter. And even then, he probably could still call her up and get the pussy. So it's like, yo, listen, I don't want that to be y'all. You know, I had to tell y'all that quick story because it's sad to see. Get out of the bitch get out of my truck and she speed off like she don't want to be seen with me. That'll be the last time I'll be done with her. Period. Not saying that we gotta be hand in hand and all that shit, but that's disrespectful and don't even acknowledge you in the gym. She probably told him, don't say nothing to me while we in here. We ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? For the pussy, because he vulnerable, because he weak, he okay with that because he don't value himself. He don't know his worth. He don't view himself as the prize. And that's what type of situations you end up in when you don't see yourself as the prize. All right? So don't do that, all right? And that's my word, man. My name Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get